is Afra Safira Aulia. I'm majoring in English Literature and I am from Bina Sarana Informatika University with student ID 332501115. So today I want to give a presentation for my project 1 of pre-intermediate grammar. So let's get started. Okay, I will do the part 1. So the part 1 I will explain about reported speech versus direct speech and conditional sentence. So, first, reported speech versus direct speech. Direct speech is repeats or quotes the exact word that's spoken. In writing, place the word spoken between quotation. Reported speech or indirect speech is usually used to talk about the past, so normally they change the tense of the words spoken. Reported speech usually use reporting verbs like say, tell, ask, and may use the word that to introduce the reported words. So that's the difference from direct speech versus reported speech. And here's the grammatical change in reported speech versus direct speech. Normally, the tense in reported speech is one tense back in time from the tense in direct speech. So, when the direct speech is in simple present, we change it to simple past if we want to write it as a reported speech. And if the direct speech is present continuous, then we change the report speech to past continuous. And the simple past change to past perfect, present perfect change to past perfect, present perfect continuous change as the past perfect continuous, and past continuous change to past perfect continuous. And the word will change would, and can will change could. Okay, so here's the time expression change in reported speech and direct speech. Time and place must often change when going from direct to reported speech. So, when the direct speech say no, then in reported speech we say then. The direct speech say today, in reported speech we say that day, and in the direct speech we say tomorrow, and the reported speech is the next day. Yesterday is the previous day, here changed to there, and tonight changed to that night. And here's the pronoun changes in reported speech and direct speech. In reported speech, you need to be careful with personal pronouns. They need to be changed according to the situation, and you need to know the exact context for what you want to say. So, if in direct speech we say I and we change it in reported speech to he or she, like we say it according to who speaks, like is it a girl or is it a boy, like that. And if we say we in direct speech and then in reported speech we say they. You, the plural, we say I, she, he. And you, singular, we say we, they. Us, we change it to them. My, change it to his or her. Our, change to their. Your, change to mine. Okay? This is the example for reported speech versus direct speech. Example number 1. Direct speech. Mika and Milo said we will go to the library this weekend. And we change it to the reported speech like this. Mika and Milo said that they would go to the library that weekend. I change it to they because it's two person that speak. And will, we change it to would. And this weekend we change it to that weekend. Example number two, David said, I will visit my grandfather tomorrow. And if in reported speech, we say it like this. David said that he would visit his grandfather the next day. Because David is a boy, then we change the I pronouns to he and we change will to would, and the time signal tomorrow we change it to the next day. Example number 3, direct speech. I will go to Kopi Kenangan to do my assignment tonight, she said. And if it's in reported speech, we say, she said that she would go to Kopi Kenangan to do her assignment that night. She said we move to the first phrase, and because it's exactly girl who speak, then we add she would, yeah, because the pronouns is I, so I change it to she, and the will is changed to would. And the time signal tonight, I change it to that night. Okay. Example number 4, direct speech. Do you know where the park near here is? She asked me. And if in the reporter speech, I would say, she asked me if I knew where the park near there was. The word now, I change it to knew to verb to because the adverb of place is here, so I change it to there. Okay. Next, this is the example that I found from mass media. Example number 1 from BBC Sport. The direct speech is, I have accomplished everything I once dreamed of and more, Axelson said. And if I want to say it in reported speech, then I would say, Axelson said that he had accomplished everything he had once dreamed of and more. Okay. In here, I changed the pronouns I to he because he's exactly a boy, so I change it to he, and have I change it to had, like the past. Example number 2 from CNN Travel. The direct speech is, as an industrial city, we needed a cultural identity, says Jong Tae Kim. And if we want to say it in a report speech, so we say it like this. Jong Tae Kim said that as an industrial city, they needed a cultural identity. Okay, so I don't change the Jong Tae Kim to he or she, but I wrote it as Jong Tae Kim said that as an industrial city. And because he said we need it, so I change it to they need it. Now we move to conditional sentence. What is conditional sentence? Conditional sentence are used to speculate about what could happen, what might have happened, and what we wish that would happen. In English, most sentences using the conditional contain the word if. So, conditional sentence is usually using the word if in the first phrase. So, this is the types of conditional sentence. There is zero conditional. That means we express a general truth, and the formula is if plus simple present and simple present. Okay, next is the first conditional. First conditional is we express a likely future consequence. Next is the second conditional. Second conditional is expresses an unrealistic or unlikely future consequence. Sorry, the first conditional formula is if simple present will plus verb, and the second conditional formula is if simple past plus would plus verb. Okay, so next is the third conditional. The third conditional is we expresses an unreal past situation and its result. So it's like we express that something happened in past and we regretted it now, like that. And the formula is if plus past perfect would have plus past participle. And conditional sentences are crucial part of English grammar. They describe the result of a particular condition. Okay, and here is the example for the conditional sentence. Zero conditional. If you touch fire, you get burned. Like this is explained that the exact like what exact happen if you touch the fire. And the first conditional, if I have time, I will visit you. This is like we say they, if maybe I have time, I will visit you, but I don't know where will I have a time to visit you. So it's like still we don't know if we can visit them or not. Okay, the second conditional is if we were still together, we would be married. Like it's just like an imagine, like maybe the something like 50-50 wish, like yeah. The third conditional is if you had told me about this story, I wouldn't have been mad. If he told me the story on the past, maybe in the past I wouldn't have been mad. So maybe now I wouldn't have been mad too if he told me about the story. Okay, so next is the example that I found from mass media. Okay, example number one is from CNN World. It says, if people's well-being improves, said Wong, then maybe it's still better than having a small population that's a sad population. Why this is first conditional? Because she said something about future possibility. So this is like about something what might happen in the future in a real future situation possibility like that. Example number two from BBC Sport. McLaren's world champion Lando Norris said, if you go flat everywhere and you try pushing like you were in previous years, you still just get penalized for it. This text is also using first conditional. Why? Because the consequence about what you do right now, like the consequence in the future, like the real consequence. So it's the first conditional. Okay, next we're moving to part 2. Part 2 is the study case assignment. The first study case is I choose the passive voice, paragraph. This paragraph I already changed it to the correct one, like the correct grammar. In this paragraph, there are 9 grammatical error. The paragraph is last year, a new policy was introduced by the company to improve productivity. The first paragraph it say a new policy is introduced, which is wrong because at the first place the time signal uh, we used last year. So we talk about something that happened in past. So I changed it is to was introduced. Several employees were given additional training. The previous word is was. Why I changed it to were? Because employees is plural. And some departments were reorganized to be more efficient. The previous word is are. Why I changed it to were? Because last year time signal at the first price is we already know if we talk it about something that happened in last year. The new system was implemented by the IT team last month. Okay, the previous word is has implement. Why I changed the has implement to was implemented? Because at the end of the sentence they say last month, which is we talked it about like something that happened last month. So I used the simple past tenses, so I changed it to was implemented. Next, some tasks must be finished before the deadline. Okay, the previous paragraph, they don't write the be because must is a word that need to be like it can just stand alone. It's something that can stand alone. So we need a friend. So the must is it a friend. So I added be after must. And reports should be submitted every Friday. Okay, should is also the word that can stand alone, so I added be after should, so it should be submitted. Next, the training sessions were conducted by external consultants. Okay, the previous word is just conduct. Why I change it to conducted? Because it's clear that we talk about something in the past. Next, and all staff are required to attend them. Okay, and the previous word they don't add it to after required, and again required is a word that can stand alone, so I added to after required. Next, by the end of the programs, many improvements have been achieved by the organization. Okay, why I add ed to the word achieve? Because like this is like the result, like what the result of uh what they do at the end of the program. Let's go to the next study case. The study case number 2 is subjunctive wish. The paragraph is many students feel stressed during exam and often say that they wish they had more time to study. Okay, the previous word is have, and why I change it to had? Because it's something that we wish in present under situation, so we use simple past for it. Okay, next, some of them wish they understood the material better before the test. The previous word is are understand. And why I change it to understood? Because it's a grammatical error, of course. Why? Because the then it cannot be followed by R. The next sentence. One student said he wishes he had studied harder last semester. Why I choose wishes because the subject is he, so I added es to it. Why I choose he had because it's something that he regret in the past. So it's like wish plus past perfect. Next, while another mentioned she wishes she could finish assignments earlier. Why I changed can to could is because mentioned is already clear. It's about a past sentence, like what we talked in the past, like what we wish maybe we can fix it up. Okay, next, they also wish their instructors would assign less homework. So why I correct the will to would is because it's something about we wish we can change in the past. Next, in group discussion, several students expressed that they wish they didn't feel anxious during presentation. The previous word is don't, and why I change it to didn't because uh, again in this paragraph, like we wish that something that maybe we can fix in the past, and express the word express the word wish is also changed to the past form. So the word don't is also changed to past form, and the past form is didn't. Okay, next. Overall, they wish everything were easier in their academics lives. The previous word is they wish everything is. And I change it to they wish everything were easier. Why? Because wish in like a formal English often uses were for the unreal situation. And in here there are 7 grammatical errors. So, and I hope it's already clear about what I explained. Okay, so that's it for me. I'm so sorry if there is any mistake or maybe I can't explain it clearly. So, yeah, thank you so much for watching and bye bye.